Millennial Development Goals, we really, after seeing what happened and the effect, I think we heard was significant, that it was clear there was still a very long way to go. So we came to the Sustainable Development Goals, where health, if I understand, is really at the basis of a number of them. So goal number 3, which we've heard a few times today, which is ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being for all at all ages, is really our common responsibility. And a number of people said it, this really starts with R&D, with innovation, with really developing new innovative compounds for neglected diseases. And what we've heard today is that really, I think as a farm industry, after the last, or during the last 10 years, we've been extremely focused on that. We've really internalized the need to bring new innovation to every patient in the world. So where there is any unmet medical need, we as an industry have done a lot to really mitigate that. So if you look at vaccines, if you look at tuberculosis, if you look at HIV, if you look at malaria and many more, we saw it in the video, I think we as an industry have really taken that in our DNA. We're not only working for Americans, for Belgians, for Germans, we are working for all patients everywhere in the world. And I think that is one of the main contributions we can really make in the SDGs. And that's why I was personally very happy to hear from all of the presenters and panelists that the difference between the SDGs and the MDGs is really the industry role, which is very prominent. And at the end, or finally, I would say we are at the table. We have a seat at the table, and that has been lacking in the past and at a number of fronts. So I think that really gives us the possibility, but also the responsibility to really take out that role and make a difference. So if I hear a number of other things, I think we as a farm industry have been reinventing ourselves, and I think we have developed in our thinking as well, is on the affordability. We heard the tiered pricing, which is a fact for a number of very important compounds. We heard about weaving patents. We do give innovative compounds to generic companies to produce. So we have done that. We are doing that. We are developing vaccines for diseases that are really very inherent in sub-Saharan Africa. So I think as an industry, we have really developed significantly, and we're not saying that we are going to go for affordability, availability for products in sub-Saharan Africa and those areas where it's needed. We are really doing that. And I think we may need to put that more into a public fora so that now that we're at the table, people also see that we're doing that. What came also out is the need for significant collaboration with all the partners, because the next thing to do is really to get to care delivery, and what was also mentioned, quality of care. It's not just bringing innovations, but it's also making sure it gets to the patients, it's being used well, it's being followed up. We talked about data, we talked about really evidence that we need to look at and develop from that, and that we really together with governments, with all the other, with the NGOs, with everybody very committed and involved, we get to that care delivery and to that outcome and that health for everyone, everywhere. We in Belgium are at the forefront, and I think we have an enormous possibility, but also related to that, an enormous responsibility to take that up and to really make sure that the world of tomorrow becomes a better world than it is today.